everyone, and welcome back to Marvelous Movie Mondays. It's your co-host, Kelsey. And as you might have guessed it, I am alone. And that is because today we have a double header match. And Dylan is competing in the first one, taking on Mattfisto. And then we have a second match later on. That's going to be our main event triple threat match between Noah, Kerri, and Chad. Three faces we've seen here on the Marvelous Movie Monday podcast Trivia League before. But first, let me introduce my co-host because I can't do this all alone. I've learned that very recently. My co-host for today is Zach. Zach, the Nexus being love.
It's me.
How you doing,
back.
Zach?
I'm doing great.
And as a
Kelsey,
host,
I know. I said it to you earlier. I'm coming off of a win. I'm not only coming off of a win, we're co-hosting together the match of two people who I have faced against, one who I lost to, and most recently my first win against Mattfisto. I'm very excited to be on this side of the table. It's so much less stress and actually more exciting.
Yeah.
It's so much better.
I feel the exact same way, Zach. Hey, any hard feelings, any hard, impressions right off the bat on which way this match is going to go, being on that you've taken on both of these competitors?
Listen, my initial thoughts are Dylan's kind of a wild card. He said in our match that he thought almost assuredly he would lose, and then really pulled it out at the end. And Matt, who has been boasting how much he hates these childish little movies, just couldn't pull through. And I think that's, I got to tell you, I think it's all a ruse. I think it hurt him down deep, and I'm excited to see him squirm a little bit. So who do I think is going to win? It depends on if Dylan thinks he's going to lose. Because if Dylan thinks he's going to lose, it'll probably be Dylan.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Matt, why don't we bring him in here today? Introducing first with a record of 0-1, seeking his first win in the league. He is Mattfisto. What's going on, Matt? How are you?
Hey. Yes, I am here for this charade, wherein the owner of this channel has decided to face me with one of his best friends and the guy that beat me on the desk. It kind of feels like I'm being set up, which is fine. It's par for the course,
Well, you'll just have to prove everyone wrong here. Prove us all wrong.
And listen, man, I'm not rooting either way. I may have beat you, but Dylan beat me. So I have no horse in this race. I either get to see Dylan fall from grace, or I get to see you. You lose again. But the questions will all be fair. There's no collusion here.
Let me ask you, who wrote the questions?
The majority of them, me.
I think it's time to introduce our next contestant.
Because here's why. Kelsey, I like your TikToks. I trust you.
Thank you, Matt.
You are a shining force in this dribble of a show. And Dylan didn't even know who Death Dealer was on the last episode. Yeah, I did my research. He didn't know who Death Dealer was.
He did not know who Death Dealer was.
So as long as you're at the desk, until you prove me wrong, I'm going to trust that everything is on the up and up. Because I like your TikToks.
Speaking of Dylan, why don't we bring in Mattfisto's opponent today with a record of 1 win and 0 losses with 1 knockout. The green guy, Dylan Randazzo, the co-host of Marvelous Movie Mondays himself.
Oh,
what is up?
How you doing, Dill?
I'm good. I'm excited. I love playing these matches. I don't love the competitive side of it, but I like answering questions. So I decided, and we had this phone call. I said I would play if you let me pick an opponent. I picked Matt because I think Matt deserves another shot to play. He had a rookie match against Zach. Didn't go his way, but he played great. And I want to see him get another shot. And who better to beat than me? Because I won't take it personally.
Hey.
And there we go. That's Zach loves a winner.
All right, here are the rules for round 1. The players will be asked 10 questions in the realm of the MCU. Players will have about 15 seconds to write down their answer. Players will reveal their written answers and speak them aloud. Each question is worth 1 point. If a competitor gets all 10 questions right, they will be asked a bonus question. Players must keep their hands on the screen at all times, and throughout the course of this match, you will have 3 time heights, aka repeats, and 1 Molina, aka a challenge that you can throw out if a question you feel was asked unfairly or that it was unclear, anything like that. Let's ask our first question of the game, and that will be me. Question 1 in the category of Phase 1. What rank does Tony's best friend James Rhodes have in the military?
Oh God. You didn't lie when you said these range from extremely difficult to even more difficult. Okay.
Listen, I told you it was going to be a chaotic match.
I think I.
This is a Kelsey round. When Kelsey's behind the, I don't think I've played a match with Kelsey behind the helm in a very long time. These questions are never easy.
All right, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mattfisto, the guest of this channel, will start with you.
I want to say Sergeant.
That is incorrect, unfortunately. The green guy, Dylan Randazzo, what do you have?
Is it a lieutenant?
That is also incorrect.
Right.
He is Colonel James Rhodes.
I knew that.
I wrote captain and I erased it, so either way I would have been wrong. Sorry.
All right. Zach, lead us on words here with question number 2.
All right. In the category of Phase 2, in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, while visiting the Collector on Nowhere, which Guardian told Ronan where they were?
Five.
Can I ask?
4.
Can I ask repeat and just repeat? Repeat. I'll use my first repeat.
Sure.
For sure.
I need to hear that. I need to hear that.
Category again, in the category of Phase 2, in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, while visiting the Collector on Nowhere, which Guardian told Ronan where they were? We're going to need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat question.
1.
Oh.
Repeat question.
Okay. The last repeat
right.
available for this round
You don't have to.
in the
Yes, you have to.
category of Phase 2, in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, while visiting the Collector on Nowhere, which Guardian told Ronan where they were? And your 15 seconds start now. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. This round we will start with Dylan.
I assume just because she probably has the closest connection to a villain, I said Gamora.
That is incorrect.
Of course.
Mattfisto, your answer.
I realized this at the last second. That's why I had to ask for a repeat, because I had written down Rocket, but then I remembered that it was Drax before they made him a clown.
That
the
is
first
correct.
point of the game. Alrighty, moving on to question 3. In the category of Phase 3, go figure. In Ant-Man and the Wasp, Michelle Pfeiffer plays Hank Pym's wife. What is her name?
A good movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp. I know Dylan liked it better than the original Ant-Man. I don't agree
5,
with that. I think
4,
Ant-Man is underrated.
2,
Okay.
1. Mattfisto, going back to you. What do you have?
Janet Van Dyne.
That is correct. Dill?
Janet Van Dyne. Damn it, Janet.
That is also
I
correct.
love you.
The game is 2-1. Mattfisto still has the lead. Let's see what happens here at question number 4. Take it away,
In the
Zach.
category of the Avengers, in Avengers Endgame, when visiting him in New Asgard, what does Rocket promise Thor is on the ship in order to get him to help them defeat Thanos?
Good question.
It's already been 3 years since Avengers Endgame. That's crazy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dylan, back to you to start.
I said beer.
And that is correct.
Cool.
I also said
Taking points both this round, Dylan and Matt move forward to question number 5.
Question number 5 in the category of Who Said It? My favorite category, you all know. In the Avengers, which Avenger says, "Please tell me nobody kissed me"?
Kelsey, are we both Who Said It lovers? Because that's how I won my last round.
We're Who Said It lovers for sure. That's 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question, please.
Ooh.
Matt using his second repeat of the game. Who said it? In the Avengers, which Avenger says, "Please tell me nobody kissed me"? I know I can depend on good old Who Said It. 5.
It's a game changer.
4, 3, 2, 1. Mattfisto, starting with you.
Was it Tony Stark?
It sure
You
was
bet
Tony
it was.
Stark.
Yeah, I have Tony Stark as well.
That's amazing. That's
Wowie
amazing news,
zowie.
Dill.
A rough start for the two, but you guys are doing great.
Yeah.
Moving on to question 6. In the category of villains, in what movie can you hear Loki say, "You might want to take the stairs to the left"? Good
Are we
old
still
Tom
classifying
Hiddleston.
Loki as a villain? 5, 4,
Depends on the
3,
movie.
2, 1.
Dylan,
Oh my God,
your
my
answer,
awful
please.
I said Thor Ragnarok.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
It's why his mom got killed.
Ah, shit.
Thor,
You're right.
the Dark World.
There you
is
go,
correct.
Matt.
Matt taking another point for the lead.
Now that you say that, I'm like, oh yeah, duh. But
That's one of the reasons that movie is underrated, because the Loki character arc is really good.
You
But the
know,
movie's
I'd
not.
have to agree with you on
There you
that.
go.
I think Thor: The Dark World, while not great, has a lot to love.
I thought he hated those
Wow.
movies. Anyway,
Zach and
I can
Matt
find- I can
agreeing
find
on
good.
something?
I can find good in bad things. That's why we have our very show that we do, Frame Wreck.
yes.
There it is. Moving on now to question number 7. In the realm of Disney Plus, in Moon Knight, what aquatic animal does Stephen Grant keep as a pet? Did you like Moon Knight, Zach?
You know what, Kels? I loved Moon Knight. Where others may not have, I thought that it was just
4,
such a beautiful
3,
performance
2,
from Oscar Isaac.
1. All right, Mattfisto, what do you got?
He has a one-finned goldfish sometimes.
Yeah, he sure does.
That's
He
good.
Sure
does.
is sometimes.
Yeah. Good old Ted Lasso reference as well. Goldfish.
Oh, yeah,
Goldfish.
you're right, Dill. Be like a goldfish. Have a memory of a goldfish. Zach, moving on now to question 8.
This is such a good Kelsey question. I'm looking at these questions, some of these for the first time, and I'm like, ooh. In the category of Spider-Man, in Avengers Infinity War, before joining in the fight, where was Peter Parker on a field trip to?
Matt immediately going to the board.
If either of you get this right, I will be impressed. I don't think this is one that I would get
5,
right if I were a contestant.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Dylan, your answer, please.
Only because this is the only place I went to field trips as a kid. Liberty Science Center is my guess.
That is incorrect, and boy, are you a New Jersey kid, my friend. Matt.
MoMA.
Wow! The MoMA is correct.
Damn it.
I gotta be honest, I have no idea when they say it.
Question number 9. New releases. In Eternals, which Eternal is known for their shape-shifting abilities?
God, the name.
Eternals, an underrated movie, if I'm honest.
I agree. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mephisto?
I also
What we
agree.
got?
It's an underrated movie. It was directed by Academy Award winner Chloe Zhao, and it is one of the only movies that's actually cinema in this godforsaken series. Sprite.
That is correct.
Yeah. The best
Dale?
McDonald's soda. It is Sprite.
That is incorrect.
Good job,
Ooh, crisp. Crisp.
narrowing the gap
All right,
a little bit here with 1 point.
And in our last question for round 1, the category of actors and actresses. What actor, also credited for playing Alita O'Gord in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, plays Ying-Nan, I'm going to say this so wrong, I'm so sorry, plays Ying-Nan, Shang-Chi's aunt in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings?
It's funny how you said narrow the gap, Kelsey, when he also got that right, so I did not make the gap any shorter between us.
You
For
got
future
your first
rounds.
point in first question.
Okay.
Listen, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm clearly not great
okay,
at this
I'm
whole
kidding.
hosting thing.
No,
Dylan,
yes you are.
your
Yes you are.
answer?
I'm just
Your
poking fun
answer?
because I don't want to make fun of myself because I'm doing terribly. It is Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah,
And yes, it is. Matt, your answer?
I actually would have gotten this from only the first half of the question, Michelle Yeoh.
Wow.
Oh, I thought you didn't like these movies, Matt.
I don't, but I've seen them, and I'm not dumb.
All right,
I've seen
there
them
it
a
is,
lot,
boys.
and I don't remember that.
Listen, let's remember who's
I already
competing.
addressed
It's
that.
Dylan and
I
Matt.
know, I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm
hey.
sorry.
No
I'm
bickering here.
sorry.
Dylan and Matt are the competitors. We are just conducting this match, all right? Let's
What's
take
the
a look
score?
at the scoreboard, shall we? So we have Dylan with a hot 6 points after round 1, and Matt with an even hotter 9 points after round 1. Almost
6 to
a
9?
perfect
Nice.
round. All right,
Nice.
Dill, this is a family-friendly network. Let's move on to round 2, shall we? The category round. So each player will spin the wheel to determine a category. You are allowed to respin, but if you do respin, you have to take the category that it lands on. There's 10 categories altogether. 2 of these categories are I am Iron Man, which is spinner's choice, or I am inedible, which would be opponent's choice. All right, so I butchered the word inedible.
Sorry,
Leave me alone.
It's okay. It's okay. You did it a second time too. It's fine. It's great.
There will be 5, then the players will be asked 5 questions from their respective categories. They will be given 15 seconds to speak their answer aloud. If they want to, they can drop down to multiple choice, but therefore their question will only be worth 1 point as opposed to 2. In this round, there is stealing. Their competitor can steal if an incorrect answer is given, and as always, players must keep their hands on the screen at all times. And just so we're aware, Dylan, you have used 1 repeat, and Matt, you have used 2. So let's keep that in mind going into round 2. All right, Matt.
All right,
Since
Matt.
You were in... Zach, I'm speaking. All right, Matt.
Sorry, I thought it was inedible.
All right. It wasn't that bad. You guys are being dramatic. Matt, since
All
you're
right,
in
Matt.
the lead, you can spin first if you like, or you can defer to Dill. What would you like to do?
I would like to. You know what? I'm gonna let Dill feel like he has a chance for a second. I'm gonna let him go first.
Okay.
Alrighty,
That's so
Dill,
kind
this
of
is your first spin. And it is on villains. Do we want to keep villains?
I
spin.
I think I like a few categories worse, but I think the 2 I'm looking for is still out there, so I'm gonna test some fate. I'm gonna spin again.
Oh, we're testing fate. We're spinning again. Dill, this will be your category.
Oh, for frick's sake!
androids, aliens, and
Oh
wizards.
my god, this is like the. Remember when I said there are some I like less? This was the bottom, so it's okay. It's okay. We'll do fine.
Thank you for taking that off the board. I'm starting to come around on this being fixed.
Question number 1.
Thank you.
What English actor plays Vision?
Paul Bettany. Final answer.
That is correct. For 2 points. Good job. All right. Question number 2. In Avengers Infinity War, what did Gamora do with the map to Vormir?
I don't know if this is too broad, but she destroyed it.
It's too broad.
Can you be a little more specific than that?
Multiple choice.
All right. A. Gave it to the Collector. B. Burned it to ash. C. Swallowed it whole. Or D. Left it on the Milano.
B.
That is correct.
B as in boy. Yes.
For 1 point.
I would have gotten
right.
2 points.
Thank you, Peanut Gallery. Question number 3 for Dill's round. In Spider-Man No Way Home, what event did Doctor Strange use the memory loss spell that Wong has no recollection of?
Oh my god. I remember this moment. I just don't remember what he says specifically. I'll get it on multiple choice. Multiple choice, please.
Alrighty. A. Wong's 35th birthday. B. The snap. C. Kamartaj full moon party. Or D. The Kamartaj summer solstice party.
I think it's D.
That is incorrect.
It's not the summer solstice. Okay.
Mattfisto for the steal.
Repeat the question. Question and options for Matt. Yeah.
Here's the repeat of the questions and the options for you. In Spider-Man No Way Home, what event did Doctor Strange use the memory loss spell on that Wong has no recollection of? A. Wong's 35th birthday. B. The snap. C. Kamartaj full moon party. Or D. Kamartaj summer solstice party.
I feel like it has to be C. There's no way Wong is 35.
That is correct for a 1 point steal for Mattfisto. Don't worry,
Matt.
Dill, you still have 2 more questions here to close the gap a little bit between the two of you. Question number 4. The Eternals are what species of being?
Oh, man. Well, let's just do multiple choice. Rather play it safe than let Matt steal.
Alrighty, here are your choices. A. Celestials. B. Skrulls. C. Kree. Or D. None of the above.
Okay. Okay. Well, it can't be D because that can't be an answer without multiple choice. So I'm going to go with
4,
A.
3, 2. That is incorrect.
Damn it.
We're going back over to Mephisto for the steal. Here's the question and the options. The Eternals are what species of being? A. Celestials. B. Skrulls. C. Kree. D. None of the above.
I mean, it has to be none of the above.
That is correct.
I'm going to challenge that.
Another steal.
I'm going to challenge that.
And we got a challenge.
We've
on the
got a
board,
challenge.
ladies and gentlemen.
My challenge is that in round 2, for 2 points, you answer a question, and that answer, you couldn't have answered that question without multiple choice, if that makes sense. So there was no way for me to get 2 points, because if I had answered none of the above, I didn't hear the options. Does that make sense? I knew it couldn't be none of the above, because traditionally in round 2, when you ask a question, there's an answer, and if you don't know it, you go to multiple choice. This question required multiple choice to get the answer. So I'm going to go with that as my challenge.
Alrighty, so we're back from the challenge. Zach and I decided to honor Dill's challenge, being that he felt that the question couldn't have been asked without multiple choice given, therefore not properly giving him the 2 points he should be awarded. So we're giving him a new question instead. All right, Dill, ready for your new question?
Yeah.
In Eternals, what is the name of the species that are trying to wipe them out throughout the film? Do you get the multiple choice too?
No, because we're asking a whole new question.
Okay, great.
But I'm going to ask for the multiple choice because I need it. Multiple choice, please.
Alrighty. A.
Would you look at
Deviants. B. Celestials. C. Clandestines. Or D. Dire Wraths.
I don't even know what that last one is, and it's not. Well, I don't want to keep eliminating answers in case I'm wrong, because I don't want to give Matt this. I'll just say A.
That is correct for 1
Woo.
point.
Thank gosh. Okay.
Dill, you need to play D&D. Learn about a dire rat, okay?
I was gonna say, I was like, dire wraiths or dire wraths, however someone might say it. That's D&D.
Tied it up, baby. Let's go.
It was on a Wikipedia list. That's why it became one of the multiple choice. All right, question.
Very smart.
All right, Dill. Here's your last question of your category: androids, aliens, and wizards. Question number 5. In What If, what classic Avengers character is part robot amid an Ultron apocalypse?
Oh, I was gonna say Ultron, so it's not that. So I'm gonna go. I can't believe I'm doing this. Multiple choice.
All right, A. Clint Barton. B. Natasha Romanoff. C. Nick Fury. Or D. Scott Lang.
I really should rewatch this series. Because my guesses would have been either Hulk or Wanda, just because they're the two I remember the most in. Actually, that's a zombies episode. That's not even. Let's go Clint Barton. Final answer.
That is correct for 1
Whoa! Okay, all right.
Navigating
Wow.
multiple choice like a champ there. All right.
Taking a 1 point
I
lead.
can do a show called What If I Watched That Animated Show.
Well, and you would get all the answers wrong. All right, Matt, let's see what you got. Wow. Ooh.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
We've got Disney Plus. You were just saying, I mean, what if you watched that animated show on Disney Plus? Would you like to respin and take the chance, or tempt, or go with what fate has given you? Words.
I'm gonna respin.
All right.
Good choice.
You have to take this category.
Let's see what it's gonna be.
All right.
And
His favorite
category
phase, of
is
course.
His
Ugh.
phase 1. All right, Matt, here we go. Question number 1. Finish the quote. That's my secret, Cap.
I'm always angry.
That is correct.
For 2 points.
Question number 2. In which phase 1 film does Tony appoint Pepper Potts CEO of Stark Industries? 5, 4, 3, 2,
Iron Man
1.
2.
That is correct.
Damn it.
Iron Man 2 is the correct answer. Question number 3. What 2 Phase 1 films both came out in the year 2011?
Oh. Incredible Hulk and Iron Man.
That is
No, 2011.
incorrect.
Oh, I said the wrong one.
That is incorrect.
Oh, no.
That is incorrect.
Oh,
I will take those 2 points. Those were in
Oh.
2008. 2011
Yes, they
was
were.
Captain America: The First Avenger and Thor. Final answer.
That is
That is
correct.
correct,
for the
Deal.
2
A
point
huge
steal.
2 point steal.
I'm
for
back in
Dill.
it, baby. I'm still
I
down by
ignored-
1, but I'm back in it.
I ignored the year and just went out with 2 that came in the same year. Dang it.
Wow. All right. Question number 4.
All right, Matt.
In Thor, what is the name of the planet the frost giants reside on?
Jotunheim.
Jotunheim is correct for 2 points.
Nice shot, Matt.
And question number 5, Matt, your last question. Played by Tommy Lee Jones, what is the name of the colonel that forbids Steve Rogers from joining his army even after getting super soldier serum?
I would have been able to tell you the actor who played him if you told me the name. So I'm going to go with multiple choice.
All right. Your multiple choice. A, Colonel Gabe Jones. B, Colonel Gilmore Hodge. C, Colonel James Falsworth. Or D, Colonel Chester Phillips.
I'm lying to you. I would not have gotten it if you had given me the name.
It's a tough one.
B.
That is incorrect. Dylan,
Dill.
Again, the question for a steal. Played by Tommy Lee Jones, what is the name of the colonel that forbids Steve Rogers from joining his army even after getting the super soldier serum? Is it A, Colonel Gabe Jones, B, Colonel Gilmore Hodge, C, Colonel James Fallsworth, or D, Colonel Chester Phillips?
Colonel Chester Phillips, final answer.
And Dylan, that is correct for the 1 point steal. A great round
gap to
from
two.
Matt with some very fun steals over by Dylan. Nice job, Matt.
After round 2,
It's close, baby. It's close.
14 points, we have Dill right behind Mattfisto, who has 16 points.
Wow.
So only a 2-point lead here. It's anybody's
Wow.
game. Here are the rules for round 3. Players will choose 3 numbers at random out of 15, which will correlate to a 3 predetermined categories. The first question will be worth 2 points, the second question will be worth 3 points, and the third question will be worth 5 points. The player with the most points at the end will win unless it's a tie, and then we'll go into sudden death. As always, you must keep your hands visible on screen. And where we stand here with repeats is Dill has still only used 1, and Matt has still used only 2. Matt, with your 3 numbers, 1 to 15, please, whenever you're ready.
Okay. In honor of Geek Trivia legend, the amazing Mara Kanopik, the Brown Dwarf star, I'm going to pick all prime numbers, starting with 3,
Okay.
5, and 13, my favorite number.
Nice.
All right. Dylan,
Dill, your
your
3
numbers?
Yeah, why don't I also pick some prime numbers? I'll pick 11, 1,
Alright.
and 7, please, in that order.
Dill, the first number you selected was number 11, and that was correlated to the category of new releases. So here is your 2-point question in new releases. I'm just stalling until I find it. Here it is. In Doctor Strange, in the Multiverse of Madness, what is the name of the young girl Stephen Strange helps protect from Wanda?
I know the actress's name off the top of my head. Let me see. Who does Xochitl Gomez play? I don't know her last name. I don't know if I need to give both.
You can give one and we'll decide.
Shit. See, this is what happens when
5,
all these movies come out.
5, 4,
3.
3.
Repeat.
Alrighty. In Doctor Strange, in the Multiverse of Madness, what is the name of the young girl Stephen Strange protects from Wanda?
We talked about... Oh, shoot. I'll just say... America
4.
Chavez? Is it Chavez?
I don't believe he didn't know that. I think he knew that the whole
I
time.
100%
That is
don't believe you
correct.
know that.
Was that it?
Yes.
That is correct,
Okay.
Dill, for 2
I
points.
just wasn't sure of the last name because I knew the first one was America. I knew Xochitl Gomez played her. Anyway, let's keep going. So back to Matt first, too.
Alrighty.
Actually, no.
So
Yeah,
now-
it goes to
All
Matt.
right.
Yeah, it goes to Matt first, too.
Yeah, so
All
now
right,
we've tied it
Matt.
up, Dill. Good job.
Your phase.
Zach's reading
your-
my questions?
Yes.
No, see, this is nonsense. That
Matt,
the guy
your first
that beat me.
2-point category is the category of phase 1.
There it is.
In what movie does Thanos make his first appearance?
In phase 1. The Avengers?
That is correct for 2
Nice job,
points.
Matt.
Back
Taking
to
back the
Dylan.
lead.
Your favorite film, Matt.
Throwing it back to Dylan. Dylan, the second number you selected was
1.
number 1. And that correlated to the category of villains.
Okay.
So here is your 3-point question in the realm of villains. What dessert did Justin Hammer have flown in from San Francisco so he could eat it before his dinner in Iron Man 2?
This is a 3. Jesus Christ. I don't want to know what a 5 is, but I'm going to have to if I get this wrong. Okay. I'm just looking at the score. I have 1 repeat left? Yeah.
5, 4, 3.
An ice cream sundae.
That is incorrect.
What was it?
Organic ice cream, but very close.
Oh, I should have just said. Oh, okay. Yeah, it had to be specifically organic, though. I would not have gotten that. All right. Got to hit my 5. All right.
That means we're going over to your 5-point question, which was you chose the number 7, and that is in the category of Phase 2. So here is your 5-point question in the realm of Phase 2.
Okay. Don't laugh.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Don't laugh.
Oh my god, bro.
I'm entering my villain era. Okay. What is the name of the girl from Accounting with the lip piercing Natasha tries to set Steve up with in Captain America: The Winter Soldier?
You suck. You suck for this. Can I just ask if it's a first name only or if it's first and
name
last?
only.
Oh, okay. Okay. That makes me a little bit more confident because now I narrowed it down from 1 million to like 1,000 possibilities.
4, 3,
repeat, please.
2. You got it. That is your last repeat of the game.
Shit.
Ready? What is the name of the girl from Accounting with the lip piercing Natasha tries to set Steve up with in Captain America: The Winter Soldier?
Just want to say I'm taking this as a personal victory because I made it to my 5-pointer, which is big for me. Matt, congrats on your first win. Let's say Amy from Accounting. Final answer.
Oh, I wish you had gotten it right, and that would have been amazing.
And your winner, Mattfisto.
Why are you mad, Matt?
This is so embarrassing.
What was the correct answer?
The correct answer was Lillian.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm going to read that script back and make sure that's true because I don't believe that, but it's okay.
I'll play the scene right now.
No, it's okay.
Matt, what a match we had today, folks. Honestly, both competitors played to the best of their ability, I believe, on both ends.
Does not necessarily mean well.
Matt, how are you feeling after winning this silly trivia competition about a silly little child movie franchise?
A little bit embarrassed.
Sure.
I
Of course.
as one feels when they.
Right.
It's like, oh, I won the Sesame Street contest. But there were the one I dropped in round 2 did frustrate me simply because it was my actual brain and not that I couldn't recall a silly children's thing.
Of course.
So there's that. Despite Dill and Zach's despite Bill and Zach's best efforts to fix this and to give me the loss, I did overcome because good always defeats evil, and that's what I am.
You said overcompensate incorrectly.
Thank you, Kelsey, for remaining on the level. You are the only reason this match had any chance of success. Thank you, Kelsey.
You're very
Watch
welcome.
your TikToks.
Well, that was that
13.
was rude. That was rude. I
Dill.
couldn't have rigged it if I tried.
And he tried.
You're now 1-1. That's not
Finally.
a bad record to have. That's not a bad record to have. How are we feeling?
I was gonna say honestly, I took the call and I said, I want to shout out a competitor mainly to give them a chance because I really did believe in Matt so much in his last match, and he did as much smack talk as he talks, as much trash as he talks about me and Zach. He is a great competitor and he deserves this win. He had me beat from round 1 on. I mean, it was close round 1, round 2 really really widened the gap. He knew phase 1 like the back of his hand. I did not know androids, aliens, and whatever's very well. But I got lucky with that 2-point steal, and that's just Matt needing more time to learn the game better and just, trust his instincts and listen to the question rather than jumping in. If he had listened to the full question, it would have been a knockout. So, I don't think Matt played badly at all. He should not be embarrassed for his playing. He should be embarrassed that he won this kid-like competition or whatever, but he should not be embarrassed at all with his without his gameplay, because that one steal, yes, it kept me alive, but I really don't think it would have mattered much, because obviously that 3 and that 5 was very hard. The 2 was hard for me as well. I know you all think I knew it, but America Chavez is still a new name, so it's not something I've heard a lot. I've seen the movie twice, but I'm a fan of Xochitl Gomez, though, so I could tell you her name 40 times because I remembered how to learn her name, because the first name is very hard to spell but very easy to pronounce, Xochitl. But yeah, I had fun. Don't think I'll be competing for a little while, and I actually mean it this time. I honestly wanted to just clear that 1-0, because honestly I was tired of just sitting around with 1-0. I wanted to at least get another match to see if it was a fluke or if I could keep going, and I proved that I can make it to round 3 again, which is good, but I think I'm ready to just get back on the question side of things, and I had fun.
Well, then Dylan, normally what we would ask, is there anyone who you are looking to compete and throw down the gauntlet with? But considering that you're retiring for a bit, is there anyone you'd like to see throw down the gauntlet between each other? Are there 2 people you want to see? I know we've got we've got a battle royale coming up in just a little bit.
Yeah, triple threat.
Anyone specific?
Well, honestly, I was going to think of who Matt could play next, and I was thinking of someone he's gotten Zach, who gives off a lot of heal energy. He faced me, who is giving off very self-deprecating energy. But I kind of want Matt to battle off against another heal, and I was thinking it might be fun. I was looking at the list of people who are also 1-1, but they're too nice. Stacy's too nice to play Matt. She's not a heal, so I don't know. We'll have to think a little bit about who Matt's next opponent will be. As for Zach, I just want to see Zach go up against you, Kels, for the belt, but Zach has to win a few more matches too. But it's going to be fun no matter who ends up getting their way to Kelsey, but I am resting easy tonight knowing that I will not be the one who has to play Kelsey for the belt, because after a 1-1, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Maybe I'll be back in the future. Who knows? If someone wants to call me out, they can, but I'm going to take a little bit of a break and enjoy just writing and asking the questions, because honestly, this whole time, I was very proud of you, Zach, for stepping in the role, because I know it's tough. You did a great job asking the questions, and Kelsey, you as well, writing this match with Zach and getting it ready, but also I was just itching to get back behind the desk, because I was every question that was asked, I was I want to banter, but I have to think about the answer, so,
Hey,
well,
Matt, I saw you. Go ahead, Kels. I'll go to Matt on his child win in a second.
All right, sure. I was just going to say, Dill, I'm excited to have you back by my side for the next match, our triple threat match coming up next.
Matt, embarrassing for you, truly embarrassing.
It was.
But of course, being the winner, you get the choice to throw down against somebody, throw out a match threat, a request for some sort of competition. So anyone you wanna speak to?
Well, it's interesting you say that, because yes, while I am embarrassed, I did get a slight amount of satisfaction here from embarrassing Dylan. So I think we can all agree that Dylan is a nice guy. At least he pretends to be when he's not trying to sabotage my trivia career, but he's a nice guy, and smashing him felt good. He wants me to go against someone, doesn't want me to go against someone nice. I guess he's trying to protect their feelings or something, but I'd really like to call out Corey, actually.
Ooh.
I really want to know what it's like to embarrass Corey.
Wow. Them's fighting words.
Wow. Corey 1-1. Corey's 1-1. You're 1-1. You know what, Matt? I can make that match happen for you. So that sounds good. So Matt versus Corey. Mattfisto, versus Corey. We got to remember, you're going by one name only, and that's Mattfisto. But I just want to say thank you, Mattfisto. I know you're playing up the character, but thank you all, as always, for being on this channel and competing so well. And Zach, thank you for being behind the desk. It's a hard job. And Kelsey, thank you for, I don't even know if Kelsey's behind those hands. Oh, yeah, there she is. Kelsey, thank you, as always, for doing this. And you will have some help in the form of me in the next match. I know I'm not the same as Zach. I'm not as good as Zach behind the desk, but I will try my best. Maybe I'll even get a backwards hat to try to replicate his look. Hello, everyone. We are back, and I am on this side of the desk again because that last round was very terrifying, and as I predicted, I lost. And Kelsey is doing a makeup touch-up while we're talking. Okay.
Sorry, I'm
Kels,
very
you ready for this
sweaty.
triple threat match? It's fine. It's sweaty. We're all getting sunburnt because it's warm outside. Kelsey, are you ready for this triple threat match? We've never had a triple threat match since our initial title match with you, Zach, and JD. This will be fun because we got two people squaring off against each other again, and then an extra person added to the ring who knows both of them very well. So this will be a fun dynamic.
Dill, I am excited, nervous, and ecstatic to be doing this triple threat match. We have three amazing competitors here today. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm really excited.
Do you have any before we start, do you have any, like, not favorites, but like who are you most excited to watch again? Because we've seen Chad twice, we've seen Kerri and Noah once. Like, are you, I mean, I'm excited for everyone, but like, is there a certain aspect you're most looking forward to seeing?
I mean, like, I'm just excited to have another girl in the show. So I gotta say, like, my favorite today, who I'm rooting for the hardest here is Kerri. I'll be honest.
Okay, so she's got some skin in the game. That's interesting. Yeah. So I'm not gonna pick favorites because I love them all equally because they're all willing to give their time to us, and that to me.
Oh, so now you just make me look like the asshole. Okay.
No, it's good. It's good. I will ask Kerri her questions then. So there's no funny business going on. Actually, if the funny business, I joked about it, but the fact that Kerri is upstairs and Chad is downstairs, let's just hope there's no Morse code going on through the ceiling. That would be impressive, and honestly I wouldn't allow it, but I'd be impressed. Let's bring in our competitors though. Why don't we? We've already rambled on enough. So introducing first, with no wins, 2 defeats, but always coming very close. He is no stranger to the channel. He has been everywhere from Picture This to Draft Day. He is one of our favorites here on the channel. It is Chad. I can do this all day. Webb. Chad, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I think that the Marvelous Movie Mondays crew has all the integrity in the world. I'm not worried. That being said, I'm very excited for this match. Kerri and Noah, I believe, both called me out. They just
did in the same episode. Yep.
I haven't really studied all that much, so I'm coming in with kind of like the similar knowledge that I had the last time. Right. So I don't know what's going to happen. I know Noah is really great. And, you know, obviously I love Kerri, and I hope she does really well.
I hope so.
But, you know, here's the thing. You know, even if I, like, lose to Noah, that just means that my boy really knows MCU, and we're also Geek Teams partners.
Nice.
So I'm like, I can't really lose here. Like, you know, my wife wins, that's great. I win, that's great. Noah wins, it's all good for me.
That's great. Well,
hopefully I can actually pull out a win today, but you know,
if you don't, well, you can do this all day. So we'll have you.
I can, and I stole Mjolnir from the wife, so I got that on my side.
Well, yeah, let's bring her in now. Let's bring in our second competitor in this triple threat match. With a record of 0-1, it is Kerri, strongest Avenger, Webb. Kerri, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Doing great. How do you feel going up against Noah again and going up against Chad for the first time? Your husband, like, what is that dynamic like?
I'm excited. I think this will be very fun. Like you said, Noah and I both called out Chad, and now we get to maybe gang up on him. Probably not.
I've played Kerri in horror and Buffy, and she's beaten me both times. So we'll see.
I think though you maybe have the advantage here.
Well, I don't know. It'll be.
We shall see.
Fun to see. What do you feel about Chad stealing your hammer? How do you feel about that?
It's so sad. I gave it to him because I thought he won one of his previous matches. So I was like, oh, he's more worthy.
Oh,
I didn't actually. No.
Yeah.
You always came close. Yeah. No.
Well, you know, Kerri, Chad needs all like the help he can get today. That's what I'm saying.
Kelsey, with the
let him have the
Kelsey,
hammer.
You're a judge, Kelsey. You got to be unbiased.
Sorry,
it's okay.
sorry. I'm
we love
unbiased.
this SmackDown. We love it. We love it. We love the support of the girl power here. But this match would not be a triple threat without a third opponent. So introducing with a record of 1-0, it is Pelvic Sorcery, Noah McCausland. How you doing, Noah? Good to see you again. Welcome.
I'm doing great. Thank you. It's good to see you guys. I was actually just thinking to myself, It's been a while since I've done one of those MCU matches, and lo and behold, Dylan texts me a day later, and I'm like, oh, yes, finally. I've been looking forward to this.
Nice.
Yeah, some big developments in your life, right, Noah? So some big changes since we last saw you, right? Were you gonna tell us?
I am now a married man. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, maybe. No, I'm not bi, so it would only be ladies, but yeah.
But congratulations. That's
Thank
really
you.
awesome. I assume your
Wow.
studying might not be as active because of these new developments, but have you done anything to prepare for this match, or are you just looking forward to having a fun time?
Actually, if anything, it's been supported by the recent developments. Me and the wife have done a Marvel binge.
Wow.
So.
Nice.
Oh shit.
That's relationship goals right there.
I love, we got some relationship goals all over this match. But why not get right into it? How about we get into it round one? Let's start with the rules of round one. Players will be asked 10 questions in the realm of the MCU. Players will have 15 seconds to write down their answer. Players will reveal their written answers and speak them aloud. Each question is worth 1 point. If a competitor or 2 competitors or 3 get all 10 questions right, they will be asked an 11th bonus question. Players must keep their hands on screen at all times. Players have 3 time heists, aka repeats, to use if they want to hear the question again or want to stall for more time, and 1 Mjolnir to throw in the game if they want to challenge a question. If you challenge and you get your challenge, you get to hold on to your challenge. That was something we haven't specified, but yeah, you do get to hold on to your challenge until you lose it. But Chad, please don't actually throw the hammer at the screen, because I think you would need to buy a new laptop. I think that would be pretty costly. So just, metaphorical. So I ask you, Chad, are you ready?
I can do this all day.
Kerri, are you ready?
I'm ready.
And Noah, are you ready?
You got a mean swinging point break. Let's go.
Kelsey?
Let the marvelous movie match begin.
That's
I
right.
said it
Starting
this
with
round.
Question 1. Kelsey, you want to take question 1?
Okay. In question 1, in the category of phase 1, who plays Frigga, Thor's mother, who first appears in 2011's Thor?
This might be a little bit of a tough one. I don't know. Kind of like a
Starting
B
off
tier,
real hot.
B tier character in terms of involvement, not in terms of how great they are. But not as commonly seen in the MCU, but she's there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chad, what do you got?
Not sure if I'm right, but she is a great mom, Michelle Pfeiffer.
That is incorrect. Kerri?
I don't have anything. I always think it's Michelle Pfeiffer. It's not.
And Noah?
Yeah, I have no idea, so.
All right, a clean sweep of 0. That's okay. It was Renee Russo.
Renee Russo.
Renee
Oh,
Russo.
it
I know,
just
it's a tough
popped in
name.
my head. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Michelle Pfeiffer, a great mother in the MCU, but not that one. Question
That's
2.
right.
It's all right. We're all still tied. That's a good thing. Phase 2 is your category. At what type of party does Tony Stark meet scientist Maya Hansen in a flashback to the year 1999 in Iron Man 3? Great film. I love this one.
Great
I know it's not
film,
as popular of
Dill.
an opinion, but I love it. Yeah.
No, I agree with you. Definitely my favorite of the Iron Man trilogy, for sure.
Yeah. And
Hey,
definitely
there's a
one of my
trilogy
favorite-
right there.
Yeah, definitely one of my
Like
favorite
draft
types
day.
of parties. Yeah, unfortunately, Iron Man was not drafted as a part of draft day, but that's because we only had spots for 25 trilogies. So
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kerri, what do you got?
I said New Year's.
That is correct. And Noah,
It was a New Year's party.
that is correct. And Chad,
Yeah, I wrote New Year's Eve party.
we would accept a New Year's Eve, because assuming they stayed past midnight, it goes into New Year's. But maybe they left at midnight and didn't get. Well, I guess even if they left at 11:59, I don't know. It counts. New Year's Eve, New Year's. Kelsey, go ahead with question 3.
All right, question number 3. In the category of phase 3, go figure. How many MCU films were released in 2017?
Ooh, nice little movie release dates question. Love to hear.
I remember getting a question like this during my match, Dill. It was the one that got me in round 1.
Yeah, it was the one. I think it was the first question, honestly. And 5,
Rough.
4, 3, 2, 1. Noah, what do you got?
I think I'm wrong, too.
That is incorrect. Chad?
3.
That is correct. Kerri?
I also said 3.
That is correct. It was Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Man Homecoming, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Moving on to question 4 in the realm of the Avengers. What type of food does Bruce Banner share with Scott Lang after heavy winds blow Scott's own meal away in Avengers Endgame? We love this moment. Such an endearing moment.
Mm-hmm.
Such a sweet Hulk compared to what we saw in early Phase 1 Hulk, you know?
The largest character helping out the smallest character.
That is true. Honestly, funny how the food looks in his hands, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chad, we're going back to you.
Tacos.
That is correct. Kerri.
Tacos.
Correct. And Noah.
Everyone's favorite food, tacos.
That's
Oh,
correct
yes.
in some senses. Yes, yeah, clean sweep there for tacos. And moving on to question 5. Kelsey, take it away.
Ooh, question 5 in the realm of Who Said It, my favorite category. In Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, who says, just because someone stumbles and loses their way doesn't mean they are lost forever?
That's right. Doctor Strange 2 now eligible in this league. We didn't try to give too many questions only because it is so new, but in round 1, we figured we'd throw in it. You know, it's just one question.
I'm surprised to see it so early on, Dill. This is really...
Well, it's a good quote. It's a very good quote.
It is a good quote.
Good quote.
A good quote, but by a
5,
good character.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Kerri, what do you got?
Oh man, taking a real stab in the dark here. America Chavez.
That is incorrect. Noah?
This is too recent. Mr. Fantastic.
That is incorrect. You're closer, Chad.
Oh,
Professor X.
That is correct. Chad taking a 4-3-2 lead. It is Professor X or Charles Xavier. We would have accepted either or. And now question 6 in villains. Something that Charles Xavier is not, a villain. Who plays the villainous Ronan the Accuser in Guardians of the Galaxy and Captain Marvel? Another great character. I saw this character on Broadway in a show. I won't spoil what show because I don't know if that'll give it away, but I did see this character. This actor. Not this character. That'd be crazy.
Ronan in a Broadway show.
Yeah, right?
What show would Ronan get cast in?
I don't know. 5,
Chicago.
4, 3.
Give me a repeat.
2.
Please.
All right, and that is 1 repeat for Chad. He still has 2 remaining. In category 6, villains. Who plays the villainous Ronan the Accuser in Guardians of the Galaxy and Captain Marvel? Honestly forgot this guy was in Captain Marvel. But now that I think about it, yeah, he's right there in my brain. And 5,
Woman.
4, 3, 2, 1. Kerri, what do you got?
Lee Pace.
That is correct. Noah.
He looks better with the black eye makeup, Lee Pace.
That is correct. And Chad.
The repeat saved me. Lee Pace.
There you go. Chad keeping his 1-point lead over Kerri and his 2-point lead over Noah as we go into question 7. The show I saw, by the way, Angels in America on Broadway with Andrew Garfield and Nathan Lane. Lee Pace was great in it. Kelsey, keep going with question 7. Yeah.
Question number 7 in the category of Disney Plus. Other than his feet, what does the evil Arthur Harrow put in his shoes before he walks around as seen in Moon Knight?
Yeah, what a disturbing thing, you know?
Oh my God.
I don't want to say, I was almost going to say something, but I think that would have given it away. But
yeah.
But just also,
I just love how you
filmmaking
included
techniques they use.
other than his feet in this question, Dill. Like,
Yeah.
I like how
Because
you
the
worded this.
answer, if I said, what does he put in his shoes, people could say, well, his feet. And then they wouldn't be wrong.
Yeah.
So we're looking for the specific.
That's
5,
something Zach would say. I just know
4,
it.
yes.
He'd
3,
be like, his feet.
2, 1. Noah, what do you got?
Broken glass.
That is correct. Chad.
I thought it was something sharp. I said razors.
Oh, very close. And Kerri?
Close.
Also broken glass.
All right, so Kerri ties it up, and Noah gets 1 point in on Chad. So Chad and Kerri still in lead with 5 apiece. Noah with 4. Moving on to question 8. In Spider-Man, how many weeks is the European field trip scheduled for in Spider-Man Far From Home? We know where they go, but how long do they go there? I didn't know this until I researched it, which is why I'm glad I'm on this side. Because it's
Jill, I'll be honest. I don't think I would have pulled this answer.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I love European field trips, though. I actually saw Spider-Man Far From Home in Greece on a study abroad trip.
Was it in Greek?
It was in English with Greek subtitles, so they kept the integrity of the film. But for all the Greek people in there, they could still see it and understand the language with the subtitles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I believe we're back to Noah. Noah, what do you got?
2.
That is correct. Oh yes, it was asking for weeks. Yes, 2 weeks is correct. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure if weeks was in the question.
I was like,
Chad.
2 what did we say?
Yeah, we did say Chad.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's correct. And Kerri?
Wow.
I also said 2.
Wow. Okay,
Wow.
everyone getting it right. That was a hard question that you all aced. Good job. And now question 9. Kelsey, go ahead.
Question number 9 in the realm of new releases. In Black Widow, what type of animal does Natasha and Yelena's mother, Molina, test experiments on at her farm?
Yeah, I hate this scene, by the way.
I do too. I hate this. That was exactly what I was going to say. Chad took the words out of my mouth. We hate testing on animals, but unless we're testing hugs.
Aww.
Dill.
That was such a lame
classic Dill. That's a classic Dill quip right there.
2, 1. Chad, what do you got?
Pig.
That is correct. And Kerri?
Also a Nick Cage movie, Pig.
Yes, and a very good one. And Noah?
Very good.
I hope this extra letter doesn't get me in trouble, pigs.
That counts.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
There were multiple pigs being tested on, I'm sure.
Okay.
If it was the same pig over and over, that would have been so sad. Question 10, in the realm of actors and actresses, your last question in this round. Gemma Chan appears in 2 MCU films, but as completely different characters in each film. Name both the films she appears in. It was hard to word that question, but I think they understand what I'm trying to answer.
I understand. Now I'm curious.
Right?
I think that's the landing.
Because I think one of them is a little more obvious, but then it's like, what other film is she in? Because she's a totally different character in the other one. Very interesting. And
good cue, Dill. Good cue.
Thank you. And 5, 4. It's much better than my Netflix cue. 3, 2, 1. And Kerri, what do you got?
I know one's Eternals. The second one, I guessed Incredible Hulk.
You got half of it right, but that is incorrect. Noah?
That means I got none of it right. Shang-Chi and Iron Man 3.
That is incorrect. And Chad?
I said Eternals and Shang-Chi.
That is also incorrect. So you guys had Eternals. The other one was Captain Marvel. She has a smaller role in Captain Marvel, believe it or not. So that wraps up round 1. That's a fun little trivia tidbit. That's a 7-7-6 score. So this is as close as it gets. Chad and Kerri each with 7, and Noah with 6.
And if I can say something, my mom is now here, and she's over there rooting for Kerri. I can hear.
That's great. Well, it's great to have like a live audience listening. How round 2 is going to work? Each player will spin the wheel to determine a category. You are allowed a respin, but if you spin again, you will have to take whatever the wheel lands on. I am Iron Man is spinner's choice. I am inevitable is opponent's choice. There will be 5 questions. Players will have 15 seconds to speak their answer aloud. You do not have to write it down if it is your round. Questions are worth 2 points, but if a competitor wants to check down a multiple choice, those will be worth 1 point. The other competitors can steal, and this is where it is different in a triple threat match. The other 2 competitors have your boards ready because you will have to write down the answer to steal it, because obviously we don't want to, have one person say the answer and then someone go after it and copy that answer. So if just plan on writing the answer down. If it goes to multiple choice, you just have to write a letter. But yes, stealing is by whiteboards this round. Players must keep their hands on screen. Chad has used 1 time heist, so he has 2 left, and everyone else has 3 apiece. All of you still have your challenge. Kerri and Chad, you were tied, but because Kerri has a slightly better record, Kerri is going to decide if she wants to spin first or defer to Chad or Noah.
I'll spin first.
Great. Okay. So this is Kerri's first spin, maybe her only spin. We'll see what she decides to do with it. And it looks like it's going to stay on. Is it going to stay? It is. Who said it? Kerri, would you like to keep it or would you like to spin again?
I'll spin again.
All right. Kerri going to spin again.
Shucks.
Got that Disney Plus on there, though.
Who said it has been spun a lot. So, and it looks like it's fate, Kerri. You're going to be with Who Said It.
Alrighty. Are you ready, Kerri?
Yeah, actually, I realized I don't need my whiteboard at this moment. So, okay.
Alrighty.
Right.
Here's your first question in Who Said It. In Avengers, who says, Phil, his first name is Agent?
Tony Stark.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Cool.
2 big points.
God.
Nicely.
Good job.
Question number 2. Which MCU villain tells Captain America, "You know he knew you, your pal, your buddy, your Bucky"?
I think it's Helmet Zemo.
That is
incorrect. Incorrect.
So we're going to go to Chad and Noah for the steal. Kelsey will repeat the question, and you guys will have the option to steal.
Alrighty. Which MCU villain tells Captain America, "You know he knew you, your pal, your buddy, your Bucky"?
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good line.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Sure.
I mean, you don't have to answer this. Real name or fake name?
It can be either.
Either.
We'll accept either. Yeah. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chad, what do you got?
I didn't write anything.
All right, and Noah?
Crossbones.
Yes, we would have accepted Brock Rumlow or Crossbones. That's a 2-point steal for Noah, narrowing the gap to 8 to Kerri's 9. So moving on to question 3 for Kerri, asked by Kelsey.
Thank you. Ready? Okay. In Avengers Infinity War, who says, "I always hated that chair. I hated this room, this ship. I hated my life"?
And 5,
Nebula.
4. That is incorrect.
Incorrect.
Remember, you have multiple choice, Kerri, by the way.
I know.
So we're gonna go to Chad and Noah for the steal. Kelsey, if you could repeat the question.
Sure, I sure can. In Avengers Infinity War, who says, "I always hated that chair. I hated this room, this ship. I hated my life"?
It's a very sad quote. A lot of hate. Oops.
It's a tough moment.
Yep. All right. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. For the steal, Noah?
Gamora.
That is correct for another 2-point steal. Chad?
No, I said Tony Stark.
All right. So Noah, again, with another 2-point steal. She's talking about Thanos and her childhood. Good quote, but a very tough question. So we're moving on. Question 4. You still have 2 left, Kerri, in the realm of who said it.
Alrighty, question number 4. Which Avenger says, "So last time I saw you, you were trying to kill everybody. Where are you at these days?"
Let me just go to multiple choice.
Sure. Is it A, Tony Stark, B, Stephen Strange, C, Bruce Banner, or D, Steve Rogers?
I'll go with Stephen Strange.
That is
incorrect.
also incorrect. But because this is multiple choice, there is only a 1-point steal on the board. So Kelsey will repeat the question with the options for Chad and Noah. You only have to write down a letter.
Alrighty, here it is. Which Avenger says, "So last time I saw you, you were trying to kill everybody. Where are you at these days?" A, Tony Stark, B, Stephen Strange, C, Bruce Banner, or D, Steve Rogers?
All right. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chad, what do you got?
I said Bruce Banner.
That is correct for a 1-point steal. And Noah?
It varies from day to day. Bruce Banner.
That is correct. And Noah goes up to 11. And we have one more question in Who Said It for Kerri.
All right, this is your last question, Kerri. In Doctor Strange, who says, "Try me, Beyonce"?
Wong.
That's unfortunately also
Oh my
incorrect. It's okay. We've still got a lot of game left to play, but we are going to repeat the question and for another 2-point steal.
In Doctor Strange, who says, "Try me, Beyonce"?
And with the triple threat match, there's a lot of steals on the table potentially for the other two too. So there's still time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Noah, what do you got?
Stephen Strange.
That is correct for 2 points. And Chad?
That's what I said too. Stephen Strange.
All right, another 2-point steal. So with that round, Kerri's round, Kerri does pick up 2 big points, extending her lead from 7 to 9. Chad has 10, and Noah has 13. Noah, would you like to spin now, or would you like Chad to spin?
I'm going to spin.
All right, Noah's going to spin. Sorry, I forgot triple threat matches, how that works.
Take all that stuff off the wheel for me.
Androids, aliens, and wizards. Would you like to keep it, or would you like to spin again?
I'm going to spin again.
All right. So Noah taking a respin as well. And I thought it was the same one.
What's up with this wheel?
Actors and actresses. I thought the same thing, Chad. I thought it was on the same slice because it was gray and had A in the title. Actors and actresses. So I'll be asking the questions to Noah in actors and actresses. Are you ready, Noah?
I'm ready.
All right. Who plays Dr. Christine Palmer in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and the television series What If? I wrote this question before Doctor Strange.
Oh my God.
So I edited the question mid-speaking.
I noticed still.
Oh, Jesus. Oh. I know her.
5, 4, 3.
Multiple choice. Oh, I can't.
Multiple choice options are A, Isla Fisher, B, Jessica Chastain, C, Rachel McAdams, or D, Amy Adams.
I'm kicking myself right now. It's Rachel McAdams.
That is correct for 1 point,
Damn
keeping
it.
his lead at 14. Question 2. What Oscar-winning actor plays Odin, the father of Thor and Loki?
You're kidding me. I can't remember names today. Anthony Hopkins.
That is correct. We would have
Nice.
taken
Nice
Anthony
pull.
Hopkins, Sir Anthony Hopkins, whichever version you would like. Question 3. Which daughter of a famous rock and roll singer plays Betty Ross in The Incredible Hulk?
Liv Tyler.
That is correct.
I'm like
Not the
Betsy
one who
Ross
sewed the
knitted
American
American flag.
Sorry about that. And question 4. What Oscar-nominated actress plays Athena, the Eternal known for her fighting powers in Eternals?
Angela Jolie.
That is incorrect, unfortunately. We are going to ask again. What Oscar-nominated actress plays Athena, the Eternal known for her fighting powers in Eternals? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chad, what do you got?
I think he might have just misspoke. Angelina Jolie.
It is Angelina Jolie, correct? And
Wait, what did I say?
You said Angela Jolie.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, Noah. Angelina
No, it's
Jolie.
all right.
That is
It's-
correct. So that is going to be a 2-point
No.
steal for Chad and Kerri, but it's okay because Noah, you still have a pretty substantial lead going into your 5th and final question. What funny comedian makes a cameo as Coach Wilson, Peter Parker's gym teacher in Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man No Way Home?
Hannibal Buress.
Damn it.
That is correct for 2
Wow.
points.
Such an
Which
easy
brings-
round.
Which brings Noah's lead up to 20, but Kerri and Chad picking up some steal with 11 points for Kerri and 12 points for Chad. So, Chad, we are moving on to your wheel spin.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
And scores and soundtracks is going to be the wheel slice. Would you like to keep it, or would you like to spin again?
I'll keep it.
You're going to keep it. All right. Chad, one of my favorite persons to go to for questions about or
Wait,
any
do you
questions
wanna,
about
like-
music.
We'll see.
Oh, because it's a triple
alternate?
threat, you want to trade
Yeah.
off? Sure, let's trade off.
Yeah.
Kels,
Okay.
I'll start. Can I start it?
Yeah, of course you
Cool.
can.
All right. So, Chad, your first question. What I was trying to say earlier is you're like the go-to person I ask about music to, but I
Sorry.
couldn't get that word out. It's okay. I couldn't get it out because I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to formulate words in the moment. But all right, here we go. What song
It's going well.
is playing during Yondu's funeral in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Father and Son by Cat Stevens.
That is correct. We only needed the song, but you gave us the artist as well. That is correct for 2 points. Kelsey, question 2.
Alrighty. What song can be heard when Steven first wakes up in episode 1 of Moon Knight?
Multiple choice.
A, Wake Me Up Before You Go Go by Wham. B, A Man Without Love by Engelbert Humperdinck. C, Every Grain of Sand by Bob Dylan. Or D, My Way of Life by Frank Sinatra.
I'll go C.
That is
That is
incorrect.
incorrect. So Kelsey will repeat the question with the options for Noah and Kerri to steal.
Sure. What song can be heard when Steven first wakes up in episode 1 of Moon Knight? A, Wake Me Up Before You Go Go, Wham. B, A Man Without Love by Engelbert Humperdinck. C, Every Grain of Sand, Bob Dylan. Or D, My Way of Life by Frank Sinatra.
4 great songs. I believe they're all heard in episode 1 of Moon Knight too, so it's very common to be mistaken, yes.
Man.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kerri, what do you got?
For fun, I said A.
That is incorrect. And Noah?
Gives me a 50-50 shot. I said D.
That is also incorrect. It is A Man Without Love. Every day I wake up.
I thought because
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I thought because Bob Dylan and it's Oscar Isaac and he was in Llewyn Davis. I was
That's
like,
a good point
I
too.
love that movie.
Yeah, Every Grain of Sand is a song playing when he's putting the glass into his shoes, and Wake Me Up Before You Go Go is playing during the cupcake chase. I just love that episode so much, so I'm glad that question was asked. But moving on to number 3, question 3. What composer, famous for his work on Game of Thrones and Westworld, composed the soundtrack for both Iron Man and Eternals?
Ramin Djawadi.
That is correct for 2 points, Ramin Djawadi. Yeah, I meant to say score, but you got it either way. All right, Kelsey, question 4.
All right. Shining Star by Earth, Wind, and Fire plays at the beginning of Doctor Strange while Steven is doing what?
Performing surgery.
That is correct for 2 points. He is Doctor Strange, but he has other hobbies, but doctoring was what he was doing. Question 5, your last question here in scores and soundtracks. What MCU soundtrack features the following songs? World's Greatest Grandma, Misdirection, and A Flock of Seagulls.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
That is correct for another 2 points. A very strong scores and soundtracks round. That was a very hard round also, and you did very well. All 3 competitors staying in it for round 3. Round 3. Players will choose 3 numbers at random out of 15, which will correlate to 3 predetermined categories. First question will be worth 2 points. Second question will be worth 3 points. And the third question will be worth 5 points. The player with the most points at the end will win unless it's tied, and we currently do have a tie for first. Then a sudden death showdown will occur. Players must keep their hands on the screen at all times. Chad still has 2 time heists left. Everyone else has 3, and you all still have a challenge. I'm glad we've made it this far without a challenge, honestly, because that is a staple here at the channel. Noah and Chad. Noah, you are the higher ranked competitor, so you will get to choose your numbers first since you both are tied. What numbers would you want from 1 to 15?
12, 5, and 9.
12, 5, and 9. All right. Chad, what 3 numbers would you like?
3, 6, 7.
3, 6, 7. And Kerri, what 3 numbers would you like?
I'll do 1, 2, and 4.
Kelsey, you'll ask for Kerri. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. All right. So category 1 corresponds to the realm of Disney Plus. So Kelsey, whenever you're ready, the 2-point question in Disney Plus.
I just gotta find it. Okay, here we are. Alrighty. Here we go. The 2-pointer in Disney Plus. You'll find the gods of Khonshu, Amit, and Taiwetit in what Disney Plus series?
Moon Knight.
That is correct for 2 points. Kerri staying alive. She still needs to hit her 3 and her 5 to send it back, but she stays alive. The 3-pointer in category 2 corresponds to your wheel round. Who said it? Who said it?
Alrighty, here's your 3-pointer in Who Said It. The crabby puppy is so cute, he makes me want to die.
Oh my god, I know which character it is, and now I'm like brain farting on his name.
You have repeats.
I know. Okay.
Chad also make an appearance as a manager.
And 5.
As a husband.
Repeat, please.
The crabby puppy is so cute, he makes me want to die.
I love how the question is just the quote. There's no context. It's fine.
Oh my god, I can only think of the actor's name. It's like just not coming to me. Okay.
That's more than I remember. That's one I can't remember the name of.
5, 4.
Repeat,
3.
please.
All right, that is your second repeat.
The crabby puppy is so cute, he makes me want to die.
Ooh. And 5, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat.
1. Your last repeat. All right. Who said it?
The crabby puppy is so cute, he makes me want to die.
She said it 3 different ways.
Changed it up there.
And
It's Dave Bautista. I literally can't think of
5,
the character's name.
4,
God.
3, 2, 1. Unfortunately, it was actually a Mantis.
Mantis.
Dave Bautista's
what?
friend, Drax's friend Mantis.
Okay.
But
Okay.
with that, unfortunately, Kerri has been eliminated with 13 points. Still a great
At
showing.
least she's beautiful on the inside, Mantis.
Yes, Mantis is beautiful on the inside. So now Kerri has been mathematically eliminated, which means we're down to Chad and Noah. We're going to start with Chad. Chad, your 2-pointer in category 3, which is scores and soundtracks. Your wheel round. Crazy how that happens. All right. Question, your 2-pointer for scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness after working with Sam Raimi on his original Spider-Man films?
Danny Elfman.
That is correct. I know you didn't need that second half of information, but we gave it to you anyway. So that is
Well,
correct
anyways,
for 2
yeah.
points. We're going back to Noah now. Kelsey will ask Noah's questions. Noah, you picked category 12, which corresponds to actors and actresses. You all picked your wheels in this third round. That's pretty crazy. All right, Kelsey, whenever you're ready.
Alrighty, let me just. Sorry, I'm okay. The 2-pointer in actors and actresses, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Who plays Aunt May in Spider-Man: Homecoming, Spider-Man: Far From Home, and Spider-Man: No Way Home?
Marissa Tomei.
Great
That is
actor.
That is correct.
For 2 points. Bouncing it back to Chad, we got a true barn burner here. Category 6, Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy. A 3-pointer in Guardians of the Galaxy. What is the first name of Peter Quill's late mother?
That's hard as hell, dude. Oh my god.
Not as hard as the 5-pointer, I'll tell you that.
That's a 5-pointer to me. Something Quill, maybe.
5, 4, 3,
Sarah?
2. That is incorrect. We are looking for Meredith Quill. So we are going to, because we're still tied, we're going to bounce over to Noah to hit his 5 or to hit his 3 in the category 5, which is phase 1. So your 3-pointer is in phase 1, Noah. So Kelsey, you will be asking that question.
All right, here we go. What is Bucky's full name?
James Buchanan Barnes.
All right, and with 3 points,
correct.
he sends that back to Chad.
That was
so
easier.
Chad will have to. Well, I mean, it was a full name compared to a first name, but yeah, it depends. It's subjective, but yes, Chad, you will have to hit your 5-pointer to bounce it back to Noah. If not, Noah will win this triple threat. It is category 7, which corresponds to Spider-Man. Spider-Man. So, your 5-pointer in Spider-Man. What is the answer? It's a numerical answer that MJ gives to win the science decathlon in Spider-Man Homecoming. What number does she give as her answer?
Yeah, Noah's about to win this shit.
Chad, let me tell you right now, if this were an answer in the teams, we would have this in the bag.
Know it. You will know it now.
Wow.
Noah rubbing it in. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
All right, that is the second repeat. He still has one left. What is the numerical answer MJ gives to win the science decathlon in Spider-Man Homecoming?
I'm not going to milk this. I'm just going to guess 78.
And your winner, Pelvic Sorcery, Noah McCausland, winning via TKO over Kerri and winning in a very close margin with Chad. But 3 amazingly fought matches today. The answer we were looking for was 0. The answer to the problem was 0. One of those, I guess you could call it trick questions maybe, but 0 was the answer she gave to win the science decathlon. Very tough question though.
Exist.
And that was a very well fought match. No, that would be Mean Girls, but yeah. So that was
wrong movie. Sorry.
Well fought match. Noah, you won another match. You're still undefeated. How do you feel? That was a very tough match. You had some tough opponents. How do you feel, Noah?
Jesus Christ, when Chad started answering those scores and soundtrack questions, I was like, holy hell, I'm terrified right now.
Yeah.
But no, this was a great match. Like Kerri and Chad both played great. I was a little worried there in the first round. I was struggling. I said Angela, Jolie. So, but these guys did great. So props to them.
Yeah, it's just about learning the game. Like Angela Jolie could have been in a title match, the difference between a win and a loss. But here you had a little bit of a buffer thanks to your stealing in round 2. But also, like you said, Chad had a really great scores and soundtracks round. So yeah, he kept it neck and neck. And even Kerri had you in the first few rounds, very, very close. You were actually trailing leading into round 2. How was that feeling, being down by 1 at the end of round 1? Did something kick into gear, or did you just luck out with a wheel spin? What do you think?
So I think it was. I wasn't really too worried about it because you're going into round 1. You're coming out of round 1 with just 1 point difference. You know that in round 2, that's where everything changes. It's the wheel of doom or fate, as
right.
we do. No way. So I was hoping it would go my way, and it did. And unfortunately, it didn't go Kerri's way, which was beneficial to me as well. So some misfortune on Kerri's part was also fortune on my part. But it's honestly luck when it comes to the wheel.
Yeah, definitely. And now let's talk to Kerri. Kerri, that was an unlucky wheel spin, but you did navigate it pretty well. You got some points in there. You knew to check down the multiple choice to prevent a bigger steals and stuff. And you did steal some from Noah. So how do you feel about this match? Because you did play very well. You didn't make it all the way through round 3, but you answered some questions in round 3 as well. So how do you feel?
It was really fun. I actually did, for the most part, better than I thought I was going to do, like answering a lot of the round 1 questions correctly, and even my 2-pointer. That was really cool. I knew who said it was going to be the death of me. It is 100% like my weakness. But it was still fun, and that's definitely an area I really have to start studying.
Yeah, so technically, while you both did not win against Noah, Chad did beat you in this one. So he gets that win on his belt against you guys for your ongoing rivalry. So you've got the horror and the Buffy. He's got MCU as of now.
I want a Buffy rematch, but
yeah, you want a Buffy rematch. Well, would you be down to a rematch here, or maybe another match in the future? Any ideas on what you want to do for this league going forward, Kerri?
Yeah, I'd be down for, playing pretty much anyone. This is so fun.
Cool. Well, we're glad to have you. Chad, You fought really well. I mean, this was the most impressed I've been with your Marvel trivia. I mean, you with that scores and soundtracks round just beasted that. I mean, round 2, you really excelled. How are your feelings on that? I know it didn't go your way. You had a tough 5, a tough 3 as well. But how do you feel knowing that you were in it to the very end?
Yeah, I mean, I think I did good in round 1. I think I did really great in round 2. And round 3, I struggled a little bit, but I got 1 right. I think naturally some categories are just harder. Who said it for most people, unless you're a freak of nature like Kelsey, or you're going to struggle with that one because with scores and soundtracks and actors and actresses, you can IMDb that shit all day.
Right.
But quotes, kind of got to watch the movies a lot, I feel like, or just retain that really well. So I don't envy I'm sorry that Kerri got that, but it was fate.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got what I got on the wheel. I thought Noah's was really easy, but he still, he knew that my 5-pointer. So Noah deserved to win this, and he would have won this like hands down if he wouldn't have flubbed Angelina.
Yeah.
So he gave me a pass there a little bit, like not saying the full name right, but I love playing Kerri and Noah. This was really fun. I really liked the questions, and I always love doing this, just like Kerri said. So I'm down to play whatever my record, matches up against. Maybe,
well, and right now your record
would be fun to play. Actually.
I was gonna say your record is technically 0-3, but you did technically not play. You placed second in this match, so that's worth something. If we were doing some sort of point system, you'd get more points. But really really well fought match. Noah, I didn't get to ask you any sights set on anyone in the league that you would like to play going forward, or because right now you're undefeated and there's only one other person undefeated, that's Malcolm. He has a match with JD, and the winner of that gets a number 1 contender. So is that a path you're considering, maybe going for that belt?
I was just about to say the only people I know besides these two right here are Malcolm and JD.
All right. So would you maybe be down, because considering Malcolm and JD each have 2 wins, whoever wins that match will have 3 wins. You did win your first match, and you technically beat 2 people here. So your record's 2-0, but you have technically beat 3 opponents. So Noah, would you be interested in playing the winner of JD and Malcolm for number 1 contender?
Sign me up. Let's go.
All right, you heard it here first. Noah's going to be playing a number 1 contender against the winner of JD and Malcolm. That match is coming at some point soon. So Noah, your match will not be right away. You'll have time to hit the books and study some more, or just chill and lay back and enjoy your new marriage and not having to study these constantly. I don't know your methods of studying, but you all did really well, especially considering what you guys said, Chad and Kerri, that you haven't really studied much. Like your knowledge, I let's say you guys would have both knocked me out. So very, very well done today. As we all saw the last match, it did not go my way either, but that's why I'm behind the desk, because I love watching and asking questions rather than answering them. But I'm going to just go around and ask where they can find you all, starting with you, Noah. Where can they find you?
They can find me at Instagram, iKnowAGuy99. There's a between
clever.
Guy and 99. But also I have a podcast up that's been in almost a year, over a year long hiatus now. But I have some episodes that are recorded, and I'm just waiting to edit them and put them out. You can find it on any major podcast streaming. It's McLevin's Movie Moments, and that's Instagram as well. Chad's on there. So go check out the episode with me and Chad.
Nice.
And Kerri, where can they find you?
So Chad and I do a show with our friend Hunter on Hunter's channel, the Nerd Entertainment Network. It's called Welcome to Primetime. We discuss horror news and pick a different horror topic every week to talk about.
Cool. Any recent episodes to tease? What was the most recent thing you talked about?
Oh my gosh.
We did Urban Legends, right?
Urban Legends, yeah. And then we, in theory, at some point, should have a spoiler review of Nope soon.
Oh, very cool.
Nice.
Love that movie. Well, and thank you, as always, Noah and Kerri, for doing this. And Chad, we've seen you all over the channel, but we'd like to know where can they find you in case anyone's tuning in for the first time here.
Yeah, in case you haven't seen it, I do picture this with Dylan, my boy Dylan down there. We have a great time doing it. I'm not going to really explain the show. You should know the show if you're watching this channel. But we're doing the Lord of the Rings series, so it's coming up soon. August, we're doing 2002, Two Towers, and some other movies.
Chicago, The Hours, Gangs of New York, and The Pianist. I have it
There
in my
you go.
brain. I don't know why it's
Nice.
so forward in my brain, but
And if you haven't watched The Hours yet, Dylan, it's about to leave HBO Max. So there
I
you
know.
go.
I'm getting on that.
All right. But also, I do the Hunter thing. I do movie battlegrounds. That's debate. I do trivia elsewhere. I kind of do my own channel where we like stuff. We got to get some more episodes recorded soon. You know, Edgar Wright, Christmas, Harry Potter. You know, we're doing MCU. Also, we did phase 1 and phase 2. We got to do phase 3 soon. But that's just my name, Chadwick Webb, if you want to check out those ranking videos. Other than that, I don't really think there's much else that I'd like to plug right now. But thank you guys very much. This was a fun match.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for doing this, and as always, it's always a blessing that you guys are willing to come on here and devote your time to doing this. Win or lose, it's a lot of fun, and we have fun writing the questions and watching you guys struggle, but also seeing you guys succeed. It's a lot of fun. So thank you all so much. Stay tuned next month. I don't know what matches we have for you next month, but somewhere down the line, Noah's getting a number 1 contender match. We'll see Kerri again. We'll see Chad again. We'll see Matt and myself. Well, we won't see me again. I'm retired, but we'll see Mattfisto again as well. So this will be a lot of fun. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Oh, hey, Stacy. I didn't know you wanted to talk today, but you told me you wanted to have a little conversation. So what's up? What's on your mind?
Dude, what the fuck? Like, I watch all of the episodes, and you're talking up all of these competitors all the time about how great they are and how they're on their path to the belt. Why is my name never mentioned? I don't know if you recall, but my first fucking match, I got over 20 points. And by the way, Corey said that fucking name wrong. It should have gone into overtime to sudden death. But okay, you gave him 3 fucking chances to win. No, you don't get to talk yet. My second match, I won on my weakest category on the wheel. And guess what? Those 2 matches, I wasn't even trying. But yet nobody challenges me. Nobody puts my name in the belt conversation. Y'all just overlook me.
Well, Stacy, the thing is, when we were trying to think of another match for Matt to have, I feel like Matt needs to go up against another heel. You know, Stacy, I feel like you're almost a little too soft for Matt. If
you think
I'm
too fucking soft? Well, you're trying to tell me I'm too fucking soft.
Corey's getting more of a competitive nature to him too. So I wanted to have Matt and Corey play each other because that seems like a bigger, a more grueling duel, if you know what I mean.
They're a couple of pussies. Are you fucking kidding me? You fucking kidding me? I can't even. I want the winner of that match. I want the winner. Because I don't care who it is. There's going to be a girl-on-girl belt match come the end of this season. You bitches have messed with the wrong girl. Forget the feisty Phoenix. Fucking Dark Phoenix is coming for all of you.
Okay, well, that just happened.